Listen, if we're not in a good place mentally right now, go ahead and skip out on these films because you don't need this in your life. So here we go. Here's a list of movies that will leave you utterly depressed. First up, we got The Father. And I had a whole box of tissues watching this movie. And when that man started crying out for his mother, that box of tissues did not stand a chance. So The Father is about this woman, and she is watching her father succumb to dementia. She wants to be a loving daughter. She wants to be there for him, but she's at the point in her life where she needs to move on and start living her life. It's not helping that this illness is making her father more stubborn. Like, he doesn't want any help, and it breaks your heart because you're watching the daughter's heart break for her father. The father is sad. The father is so sad. Your heart will hurt. All right, and then next we got Melancholia. If the word depression was a movie, it would be Melancholia. So the movie's about Justine, and Justine has just gotten married, and she should be happy, but she is not. You see, Justine is going through things that other people don't understand. The girl is literally suffering inside. And it also doesn't help that, the world might end pretty soon. We are worried that planets are gonna collide, and that's gonna be the end of humankind. You have one half of the film where you're utterly sad for Justine. Then you have the second half of the film, and that's just pure anxiety. And then next we got Grave of the Fireflies. I didn't like life after watching Grave of the Fireflies. Grave of the Fireflies is a classic. It's about these siblings and they're just trying to survive the devastation of the war that's currently going on. Listen, when it got to the part of the film where we learned that Japan never surrendered and certain things never happened, I was done. That was soul crushing. Do you know how utterly upset I was? Grave of the Fireflies is so sad that it's cruel. And then next we got House of Sand and Fog. We got people fighting over a house and it gets tragic. The movie's about this woman who recently just lost her house, and her house was just bought by a really nice family, and she's fighting that family to get her house back. Lives are getting destroyed because this family has already put money into this house and they're not trying to move. And now you got these two people fighting over a house, and you don't want these two people fighting over the house because they both have good reasons, and at the end you just want them to have their own separate houses and just be happy. No. House of Sand puts your heart in the palm of its hand and it does this. And then lastly, we got Dear Zachary, a letter to a son about his father. There is a pain that is felt when the system fails a child. Dear Zachary is a documentary, and it's about this precious baby boy who could have went to the right loving family members, but instead he was put in the care of his mother. And the thing about Zachary is he shouldn't have been placed in the care of his mother because Zachary's mother took out Zachary's father, and there was a battle for Zachary. However, the courts ultimately gave Zachary to his mother, and I'll never forgive them for that because the tragedy that occurred afterward could have been prevented. Zachary, baby boy, you should be here with us today.